tougher to occupy these people than you think. They're not friendly over there, really, right? They're just blowing up these tanks. And Putin's just trying to help these people and get the Nazis out of the country. And they're angry at this. And it's weird. They don't even, see the bigger picture. They're running around. They're attacking Russian soldiers. They're blowing up troops. It's crazy because Putin's saying, there's Nazis over there, and we're just trying to get rid of them because we don't like the Nazis. And the Ukrainian people are, everybody thought, Putin and myself, when he goes in there, they're going to go, thank God someone noticed these Nazis here. Let's get rid of them, And speaking from America, a country with no Nazis, ever, never. No, we had nothing to do with building the Third Reich. We had nothing to do with commingling our financial systems with Hitler at all. Don't even think it. And we hate Nazis. We hate fascism. We hate it. That's why we do the military flyovers at the football games, because fascism to us is no good. But they do have some Nazis. Now, obviously, I'm being a little facetious, Google it. But they do have some Nazis over there in that Azov battalion, which is not good because they're going to seek hiring, and they like the Azov battalion. And so Facebook is allowing praise of neo-Nazi Ukrainian battalion if it fights Russian invasion. This is like the Patrice O'Neill bit. You have Sexual Harassment Day. Facebook's just got to reserve a day for everyone to praise the Nazi of their choice. Whether it's the Azov battalion or someone in America, you can have a day to praise the Nazi of your choice on Facebook. There should be one day, just like Patrice said about sexual harassment. You would go in, you go, I can harass you today. I think you should be able to praise a Nazi on Facebook for one day out of the year. I think it's fair. But it shouldn't only have to be the Azov battalion. It could be your neighbor who showed you some weird, cool World War II paraphernalia that he's got. And he's, you could say, hey, man, my neighbor Chuck's is a Nazi and today's his day. I respect him. He takes in my mail when I'm gone, but he's literally a Nazi. Not all of his ideas are great, clearly, but he's kind of a cool dude. I think that's good. Facebook's now allowing for people to just call for violence against against Russians. Facebook's allowing people to just basically, the social media companies temporarily allowing some posts to call for death to Russian President Vladimir Putin or Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. Well, that's not right. According to internal emails and content moderators, they're basically saying, let him have it. Let him have it. As a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we temporarily made allowances for forms of political expression that would normally violate our rules, like violent speech, such as death to Russian invaders. We still won't allow credible calls for violence against Russian civilians. Now, who decides what's credible and what's not? There's a large chunk of Russians living in the Ukraine. So, by allowing this type of stuff, you might be fomenting some type of civil war, which is not what Mark Zuckerberg intended. He just wanted to get his dick wet. He wanted a cool, exclusive... And by the way, can anything be less exclusive than Facebook? But that's how you make billions of dollars, right? You give up the exclusivity, you let everybody in. You start out, you're like, I just want hot singles that are going places, that can communicate with each other. And then later on, you're fomenting a civil war in the Ukraine. How it happens, but it just does. What a life! Now, citing the Reuters story, Russia's embassy in the U.S. demanded that Washington stop the, quote, extremist activities of Meta. Temporary policy changes on calls for violence to Russian soldiers applied to Armenia, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Georgia. Wait, I feel like I'm reading an ad. The promo code is not applicable in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Georgia, Hungary, Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Romania, Russia, Slovakia, and Ukraine. Except for Donbass. So now the White House, because there's this propaganda in the war, everybody has their take on things, right? There's people in America that think that we have, of course, two groups of very rational people here. People that believe that Putin is cool because he's restoring the greatness to the white Christian nation of Russia, which, again, historically has been incredibly godless. But Putin was devoutly religious now, who was a Soviet his entire life, but a godless Soviet. But some people believe that it's cool because we are the godless West, and there's drag queens, they're reading The Cat in the Hat, and we got all kinds of problems here. And Putin's a strong man, and he's not woke. That's some people. They go, we like him. Who cares if no one there has any money and they died at 60? Doesn't matter. They're not woke. And then we have the other people, the other half of that. Again, we have the people that are like, he's great, this is great. The deaths of women, children, and everybody, elderly people, the displacement of people, it's all cool, and it's all justified because, they don't have to sit through Oscar's speeches and bring up politics, because he's not woke. So it's ultimately not woke, right? To invade a country. It's like the least woke thing you can do, I guess, is to invade with tanks. And then the other group of people we have here, again, very rational, just go, we just need a nuclear war to show the support. Like, we need a no-fly zone, which brings us into direct conflict with Putin. And those people are going, okay, maybe we'll do a 10-year civil war where we arm the Ukraine, not fight with them or for them, but we arm them with our weapons they buy, and we arm them to create Syria in Eastern Europe, And then there's people that go, that's not good enough. We need nukes. We need to do a real nuclear exchange, and we need to push Putin, and we have all the isolated sanctions. Put it back to the wall, and for God's sake, fucks you. So those are the two crews. We have Putin's awesome. This is great. We love this. Thank God for this. And then the other side of the people that go, hey, let's have a nuclear war to show our support for the Ukraine. Nothing shows our support more than a nuclear exchange. Both of those aren't helpful. And I was going to talk about this to the White House briefing TikTok stars about the war in Ukraine. With millions getting their information about the war from TikTok, the administration wants to get its message out to the content. This is what I talked about. Whatever you think of what Russia did here, whether you think it was justified by the expansion of NATO, with Slavoj Žižek had a good point. He's like, this whole idea is like, yes, some of that led to it, but like, this whole idea that countries should have like a sphere of influence isn't like any type of principled leftism or whatever. Not that this is a leftist show, but it may be today. It started as a Nazi show, and it may be a leftist show, and then by the end it's a Nazi show again, to cover all the internet. And in the beginning we give you a little neoliberal sushi in the middle, just a little like fun dating tax, and then we oscillate between fascist and communist. But because here's what's happening.
What the fuck?
Conventional war is boring. No one cares. It held our attention for 72 hours at most. A couple of missiles, you see the tank, you got the cell phone video, and then the people, all the refugees running in the rowdy little sweaters. Instead, we hate it. No good. But after a while, it gets a little like, okay, it's taxing. What do you really want me to do? Well, been there, done that. We get it. It's dated. It's retro. War is retro. It's dated. Right? It's not exciting in the sense that the images that are coming out of there. It's very European. It's very period piece. They're wearing nothing's new, nothing's modern. I'm not really connected. I'm not connecting to it. I'm not connecting to it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it, what you're doing, and I understand the tanks and the weapons and the stingers